When you can actually see your profit for the year in dollars and cents, it gets you more in the notion of selling corn, knowing that I can lock in a $50,000 profit or whatever the profit is. You want to lock it in. If I know I can make that much profit in a year, I will be in business next year.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. Today is Monday the 9th here, and we have the markets trading a bit higher. Let's turn over to the grain hedge trading platform, see where we closed off the day. Corn trading up 5 3/4 cents at $3.91 1/2. Soybeans up 5 3/4 cents at $9.79 1/4. And wheat in Chicago trading up 2 1/4 cents to $5.29 1/4 cents here today. We did get funds purchasing about 11,000 contracts of corn, about 3,000 contracts of soybeans, and mostly unchanged there for wheat. Keep in mind this morning we did have a nice export sale here for soybeans. 120,000 metric tons sold to China for old crop delivery, so that was very supportive. That helped kind of provide a little bit of bid underneath soybeans. Now keep in mind that tomorrow is really going to be a large report here from the USDA. It's going to be the updated February supply and demand report, and I think for the most part today's price action was really some position evening, getting ready here for the WASDE report. So let's just see, first off, this morning we did see export inspections. Let's just cover those right now. I don't really think they affected the trade significantly. As you can see here, corn coming in on the low side of analyst expectations with 700,000 metric tons inspected for export last week. We saw soybeans come in on the high side of analyst expectations, and wheat come in there 397,000 metric tons on the high side of analyst expectations. But really I think what we want to focus on is tomorrow the expectations going into the USDA supply and demand report, which will be coming out 11 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow. First of all, let's talk about ending stocks. There's not going to be a huge, or at least expectations right now are not for any sort of significant changes in the ending stocks. The first place, though, where I think it's likely that we see the largest change in ending stocks is really soybeans. You can see here the average analyst guess 398 million bushels carryout is what the average analyst guess is expecting. In January, we saw 410 million bushel carryout. That was disappointing in January. I'm suspecting that analysts are anticipating the USDA to reflect the very fast pace of export sales that we continue to have. We're about 94% sold in terms of USDA expectations. So I would suspect that it is likely soybeans will come in here with ending stocks lower than where we saw during the January report. Take a look at expectations here for corn and wheat. Both of them, the average analyst guess is for an increase of about 2 million bushels to ending stocks. So nothing very significant there. You can see that would bring corn to 1.879 billion bushels and wheat to 689 million bushel carryout. Let's talk a little bit about South America, because this is going to be another very important part of the report. Obviously, we have had dryness in Brazil, so the question is, how much will the USDA revise their expectations for crop production? Now, let's take a look at Argentina. The average guess right now is for 22.54 million metric tons produced. That would be up about half a million metric tons from January. Argentina also expecting to increase their soybean production by about 500,000 metric tons. USDA right now, the average analyst guess is for the USDA to lower their Brazilian corn production and lower their soybean production by about 500,000 apiece. I guess soybeans would be down about 0.8 million metric tons. But really the question is will we continue to see a revision lower here? Well, how much will they revise in tomorrow's report, but also will they continue to revise lower in the following months? We are going into this harvest period in South America. We're really going to start seeing a ramp up in the second part of February for this harvest. And of course, we have seen a number of agencies revise their South American soybean and corn production lower. We saw FC Stone revise their production forecast for soybeans out of Brazil down 0.7 million metric tons to 92.8 million metric tons. We saw Ag Rural revise theirs down 3.1 million metric tons to 91.9 million metric tons. That's very significant when you compare it to the current USDA expectations. And then the USDA attached down there, revising or currently at around 93 million metric tons. And as you can see here, you can see that USDA in the January report is right around 95.5. So I would suspect that we're going to see a revision lower here in soybean production out of Brazil. The northern part of that region has experienced pretty significant dryness. That had impacts on crop production, and we will likely see that in a revision here in tomorrow's report. Other than that, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's show. If you have any questions about what I talked about or what this means in terms of your hedging strategy, give the office a call. The number is 877-472-4607. Remember, if you haven't done so already, take a demo of our trading platform. You can do that at grainhedge.com. Go up in the top right-hand corner, select that 14-day free trial, put in your name, number, and we'll be able to help you set that up so that you can kind of navigate the markets on your own. You can see the reaction in real time to the USDA report when it drops. It's a very powerful platform here for producers. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here tomorrow.